Good evening. I welcome you to Strange Nexus, your portal to the realms of the strange, spooky, and unexplained. On tonight's episode, join us in this mesmerizing story as a young woman discovers the extraordinary connection between herself and her mysterious doppelganger.
The city was cloaked in shadows as I walked briskly down the deserted alley. My footsteps echoed off the narrow walls, a haunting reminder of my solitude. The dim glow of streetlights flickered above, casting intermittent pools of light on the cracked pavement. A chill wind whispered through the desolate passageway, and I pulled my coat tighter around me, trying to ward off the eerie sensation that someone was watching. I quickened my pace, the echo of my steps now a frantic beat in my ears. The city at night could be a lonely place, and tonight, it felt particularly unsettling. As I turned a corner, I saw a figure emerging from the darkness, their face obscured by the hood of a tattered hoodie. Instinctively, I veered to the side, avoiding eye contact. But as I passed, a shiver ran down my spine, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I had just glimpsed into a distorted mirror. I glanced over my shoulder, but the figure had disappeared into the shadows. I shook my head, chiding myself for being paranoid. It was just a stranger passing by, nothing more. Yet, the unease lingered, like an invisible thread connecting me to that mysterious presence. The next day, I went about my routine, trying to dismiss the memory of the hooded figure as a figment of my imagination. I worked at a small bookstore, surrounded by shelves of stories that took people to fantastical worlds, far from the mundane reality of our lives. Little did I know that my own story was about to take an unexpected turn. In the late afternoon, a customer walked in, and as I looked up from behind the counter, my heart skipped a beat. It was her, the doppelganger from the alley. She stood there, staring at me with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. The same hood concealed her features, but her eyes were unmistakable, a mirror image of my own. "Can I help you find something?" I asked, my voice betraying a hint of unease. She didn't respond immediately, her gaze locked onto mine. When she finally spoke, her voice was a chilling echo of my own. "You don't remember me, do you?" I stammered, unable to comprehend the situation unfolding before me. I saw someone last night in the alley. Was that you?" She nodded, a sly smile playing on her lips. "I've been watching you for a long time. You and I are more connected than you realize." I felt a surge of fear and confusion. What was happening? How could this stranger know so much about me? My mind raced, searching for a rational explanation, but the air in the bookstore seemed to thicken with an otherworldly tension. As if reading my thoughts, she spoke again. "I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to show you the truth." With those cryptic words, she turned and left the store, leaving me standing there, torn between curiosity and fear. The day passed in a haze, my mind consumed by the encounter with my doppelganger. That night, as I lay in bed, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was on the precipice of a mystery that went beyond the boundaries of my understanding. The next morning, I woke to find a small package on my doorstep. Inside was a cryptic note and a worn-out journal. The note simply said, "Read and remember." The journal was filled with sketches, writings, and newspaper clippings, all pointing to a web of connections between us, my doppelganger and me. As I delved deeper into the journal's contents, I discovered a secret world that existed in the shadows, a realm where doppelgangers were not mere reflections, but entities with their own consciousness and purpose. The pages told a story of ancient rituals, forgotten pacts, and a delicate balance between our world and a parallel dimension. I couldn't shake the feeling that my life was unraveling, that the lines between reality and fantasy were blurring. I became obsessed with the journal, spending sleepless nights deciphering its contents. The more I learned, the more I realized that my encounter with the doppelganger was not a chance occurrence, but a deliberate convergence of two worlds. I decided to confront her, to seek answers to the questions that haunted my every waking moment. I tracked her down to a desolate part of the city, an abandoned warehouse that seemed frozen in time. As I entered, the air grew thick with an otherworldly energy, and I felt a presence watching, waiting. In the dimly lit warehouse, she stood, surrounded by shadows. "You've been searching for the truth," she said, her voice echoing through the vast space. "But are you ready to accept it?" I nodded, my heart pounding in my chest. The warehouse seemed to warp and twist around us, reality itself bending to the will of unseen forces. She began to recount the ancient tale of our intertwined destinies, of a cosmic dance between two souls that echoed through the ages. As she spoke, the walls of the warehouse seemed to dissolve, revealing a gateway to a surreal landscape beyond. A realm where the laws of physics were mere suggestions, and reality was a canvas painted with the hues of dreams and nightmares. I hesitated, standing on the threshold between the familiar and the unknown. "Step through and you will understand," she urged. I took a deep breath and stepped into the unknown. The world shifted around me, and I found myself in a place that defied description. The air hummed with energy, and the ground beneath my feet felt both solid and ethereal. My doppelganger walked beside me, guiding me through this surreal landscape. As we traversed the dreamlike realm, she explained the delicate balance that existed between our worlds, how our choices, emotions, and experiences rippled through the fabric of reality, connecting us in ways we couldn't comprehend. I began to understand that the doppelganger was not a threat, but a reflection, a counterpart that existed to maintain equilibrium. But as we delved deeper, I realized that not all reflections were benevolent. There were entities that sought to disrupt the balance, to manipulate the threads of fate for their own malevolent purposes. The doppelganger and I were entangled in a cosmic struggle, a battle between order and chaos that transcended the boundaries of time and space. As the truth unfolded, I faced a choice: to embrace my role in this cosmic dance, or to reject the surreal reality that lay before me. The consequences of my decision would reverberate through both worlds, shaping the destiny of not only myself, but the countless souls caught in the intricate tapestry of existence. And so, with the weight of the universe on my shoulders, I stood at the crossroads of reality and unreality, uncertain of what lay ahead. The echoes of my footsteps resonated through the surreal landscape as I ventured into the unknown, guided by the enigmatic dance of doppelgangers and the mysteries that bound our fates together. The landscape shifted around me, and I found myself standing on the precipice of a swirling vortex of colors and shadows. The air crackled with energy, and I could feel the weight of the cosmic forces at play. My doppelganger stood beside me, her eyes reflecting the vast expanse of the surreal realm. "We are connected, you and I, by the threads of fate," she murmured, her voice resonating with a haunting melody. "The choices we make, the paths we tread, they echo through the tapestry of existence. But beware, for there are entities that seek to unravel the very fabric that binds our worlds." As she spoke, the vortex began to convulse, and shadowy figures emerged from its depths. Twisted and distorted, these malevolent entities seemed to feed on the chaos that emanated from the unraveling threads of reality. Their eyes gleamed with an otherworldly malevolence, and I felt a surge of fear coursing through me. "We must confront them," my doppelganger said, her gaze unwavering. "Together, we can restore the balance and protect the delicate harmony that sustains both our worlds." With that, we embarked on a surreal journey through the fractured landscapes of the parallel realm. Each step was a negotiation with the surreal environment, where gravity seemed to shift, and time folded upon itself. The malevolent entities, sensing our presence, pursued us with relentless determination. As we ventured deeper into the unknown, my doppelganger shared more about the ancient pact that bound our destinies. Our connection wasn't arbitrary. It was a legacy passed down through generations, a responsibility entrusted to those who could bridge the gap between worlds. I felt the weight of this legacy on my shoulders, a burden that transcended the boundaries of ordinary existence. We encountered pockets of reality where the malevolent entities had left their mark, distorted landscapes, shattered reflections, and echoes of souls ensnared by the chaos. It became clear that the doppelganger and I were the last line of defense against the encroaching darkness that threatened to consume both our worlds. As we faced the malevolent entities in surreal battles that defied the laws of physics, I discovered latent abilities within myself, powers that seemed to draw from the very essence of the cosmic forces at play. My doppelganger guided me, helping me unlock the dormant potential that had been hidden within the depths of my being. The more we fought, the more I understood the intricate dance between order and chaos. Our actions reverberated through the tapestry of existence, weaving new threads that either strengthened or weakened the bonds that held our worlds together. It became a race against time, a struggle to mend the fraying fabric of reality before it unraveled completely. In the heart of the surreal realm, we reached the epicenter of the cosmic disturbance, a convergence point where the malevolent entities sought to breach the boundaries between worlds. The air crackled with energy, and the vortex of colors and shadows pulsed with an ominous glow. With a resolute determination, my doppelganger and I faced the malevolent entities in a final confrontation. The battle raged on, the clash of cosmic forces echoing through the surreal landscape. It was a test of wills, a struggle that transcended the limitations of mortal understanding. In a moment of revelation, I tapped into the core of my newfound abilities, channeling the cosmic energies to create a barrier that repelled the malevolent entities. The vortex began to stabilize, and the fractured landscape started to mend. Reality itself seemed to sigh in relief as the threads of existence realigned. As the last echoes of the battle faded away, my doppelganger and I stood amidst the surreal remnants of our journey. The malevolent entities, vanquished and dissipated, left behind only a lingering sense of cosmic equilibrium. "You have proven yourself," my doppelganger said, her eyes reflecting a mix of pride and solemnity. "The balance has been restored, but the dance between our worlds continues. You are now a guardian, a keeper of the threads that bind us." With those words, she touched my forehead, and a surge of energy passed between us. The surreal realm began to fade, giving way to the familiar surroundings of the abandoned warehouse. The air, once thick with otherworldly tension, now felt ordinary and mundane. I found myself standing alone, the weight of the cosmic legacy still lingering. The journal, now pulsating with an ethereal glow, materialized in my hands. It was a reminder of the extraordinary journey I had undertaken, a journey that blurred the lines between reality and the surreal. As I stepped out of the warehouse and into the city, I couldn't shake the feeling that my life had been forever changed. The echoes of the cosmic dance resonated within me, a reminder that the threads of fate were woven with an intricate complexity that went beyond my understanding. The city, once cloaked in shadows, now seemed to shimmer with a subtle glow. I walked through the familiar streets with a newfound awareness, the ordinary transformed by the extraordinary. The bookstore, my sanctuary of stories, awaited me, its shelves holding tales that now seemed to whisper of cosmic mysteries and surreal adventures. And so, as I returned to the ordinary rhythms of life, I carried with me the knowledge that the dance between worlds was an eternal symphony. The threads of fate, delicate and resilient, continued to weave a tapestry that connected the realms of reality and unreality, a tapestry that I, as a guardian, was now destined to protect.
This reality never ceases to amaze me. What a tale. Now click subscribe and like this video for more strange Nexus.